Hi, I'm Brian Stoner, and we are going to talk about Judy's Blue Team capability. Judy's Blue Team is our security operations center. Most of those individuals are out of Detroit, Michigan, although we do have local resources in Australia and South Africa. Judy's Blue Team is our service to help monitor both Judy and any other technologies that the small business customer has to provide them with full visibility into what's happening in their cybersecurity posture. This is really important because in the past, many companies have suggested that managed EDR is sufficient for a small business user, but that doesn't include monitoring their Office 365, their email, their Google Workspace. And in many cases, this can create blind spots for the security operations center where attackers can get into the customer's network. The goal of Judy's Blue Team is to leverage OpenXDR to integrate the different log sources so that we can monitor those log sources, provide reports where necessary, and help our customers achieve compliance. So let's talk about how we do that. The platform that we use is from a company called Stellar Cyber. Stellar Cyber has two different ways of ingesting data. One is from APIs. For instance, your Office 365 has an audit logging API that allows us to get visibility into what's happening in your Office 365. It's also available through Google Workspace and other technologies. The second way that we can get data into the platform is through sensors. Sensors are small virtual appliances or physical appliances that you deploy in a physical location. You connect it to the core switch, and it gives us visibility into the east-west traffic on the network, and then you forward the logs from the firewall, and that gives us the visibility of the traffic in and out of the network, which gives us that 360-degree visibility to that particular site. When you add in the API integrations, now we can get full visibility into the customer's digital footprint. Once we're connected, the next thing we do is we normalize the data and we enrich it with threat intelligence. The key difference here between what's been done in the past and the way that Stellar Cyber does it is that as they ingest the data, they normalize everything into JSON. In older solutions, when you bring in a firewall log, it's fundamentally different from an Office 365 log or an EDR log. And so what Stellar Cyber does by normalizing this is it allows us to have detections that cut across all the data, not just some of the data. And the other key piece here is that the platform automatically correlates related alerts into a case automatically for our analyst. On a daily basis, we ingest over 60 million logs. It'd be impossible for an analyst to physically go through all of those logs in a day, or even a very large team of analysts. So we leverage the detections and machine learning within Stellar Cyber to correlate those related alerts into cases. And that reduces that 60 million log figure down to about 100 cases that the analyst actually has to need to manage in a day. Again, this is all provided at a flat rate per user. When you look at other log collection services and SOC services, many of them have a usage-based component to their pricing, which includes things like events per second or logs ingested per day. At Judy Security, we wanted to make sure that we got rid of that unknown for the small business customer because they don't know how many events per second they have or how many logs they generate in a day. And it actually prevented many of them from ordering SOC services in the past. So with our flat rate pricing, we can ingest all of their logs, we can bring them through this process, and we can provide them the outcome that they're looking for at an affordable flat rate price. Thank you for listening.